Hello my friends and welcome back to Disney Dreamlight Valley. It's another week, it's another Reddit review. Subscribe for more daily DDV content and let's dive right into it. Getting fed up. I know exactly what this post is about. Some things you just understand from just seeing the name and the picture. Been fed up with Scrooge store for ages, but today it almost makes me want to give up on this game. I've been a player since day one. Every Scrooge shop in Main Valley and every DLC, all it had these horrible beds. They've been popping up all the time, but to have every shop today with them really makes me feel like my time and money being wasted. I'm sure the community is also fed up of seeing posts about Scrooge store as well. But yeah, I agree. That's been popping up a lot lately, but I feel like it's an important issue because I've been getting fed up too, and I usually, I have most of the Scrooge items, but there's still a lot that I'm missing from DLC stores. There's a huge amount of stuff I'm missing from the Wish Blossom Ranch DLC, and I'm just not getting anything. I didn't get a new item in weeks, and I'm getting fed up as well. So Gameloft, something needs to change. I did make a video last week about what are the best ways to fix Scrooge Shop, and I think there is a lot of great ideas there. So if you need some ideas, Gameloft, definitely check out that video. There is people literally getting fed up and leaving the game because of the Scrooge shop. It's ridiculous. Ooh, we got a speed build from Anya. Okay, that's a new one, I think. Wait. Whoa, my god, that's loud. Oh my god. Sorry about that. That was a little bit too loud. Something tells me that music is copyrighted, though. I think I've seen pictures of this build. Or maybe I've seen the video. Wait, did I see the video? I honestly don't remember. I don't think I've seen this detailed video. This looks incredible. That is Plaza. I think Anya has rebuilt her valley so many times over and over that it's just every time, every iteration of her valley just gets better and better and better. Stunning work, Anya, as usual. Oh my god, look at that view! That's like an opening shot for a movie! Incredible! Don't take flower companions to Wonderland. Oh no. Speaking of flower companions, I have made an oopsie. I had 2 flower companions, or 1, I don't remember. I had him equipped for a bit, and then I went to my storage island, and I completely forgot. When I came back, half of my flowers were gone. I have a giant area decorated with flowers, so I'll have to fix that at some point, and my god, that is annoying, but that's my fault for not turning it off. As the title says, don't take flower-picking companions to the Wonderland realm. Went in there, in the butterfly companion, stole 3 of the bushes, and now they're stuck in my inventory with 2x2 white squares. I reached out to support for help, but I thought I'd pass along the tip before someone else gets stuck with them. That is actually huge. I'm surprised that nobody got this bug until now, because the chances of bringing a flower companion to the realm is pretty high. And this 2x2 icon happens when there is just no image, no icon for that item existing in the game, which means that item was not meant to go into your inventory. And even though it's an annoying bug, it's not really game-breaking. Now you have 3 cool 2x2 items. I hope it didn't prevent you from doing the quests and completing and getting Alice. If that's the case, then you just have a nice little Easter egg. And I think Gameloft can actually remove it from your inventory if you ask. To be fair, it happens not just with flower companions. I've seen some reports, people saying that to not take any companions, because even the ones that pick up rocks and stuff can pick up certain quest items, and then it's just gonna glitch your entire quest. So it's probably safe to not have any companions when you're doing quests. We got Dreamlight Valley decor with some filler ideas. So we got fence, clock tower, bushes, rocks, bench. So this is basically if you have a giant empty spot in your valley, ideas of how you might fill that spot up. This is a great build. Let's see what other ideas we got. Fence, bike, bushes. So basically making like a little square type thingy in the middle. That makes perfect sense. Got some seating area. Ooh, that is pretty. Trees, lights, lavender. Is that actually lavender? I mean, it kind of looks like lavender. It's just, I don't think it's called that in the game. Straw path. Oh yeah, trees can go on paths now. This looks beautiful. This one is my favorite so far. It's so elegant. Fences, benches, lights, flower rectangles, bushes, moonstone chests. That looks mighty fine in that spot. Yeah, these are great ideas. Very helpful for decorating. And if you have the item limit to spare, then you can add these nice little islands on your streets if you have a big empty spot. Great ideas, Dreamlight Valley Decor. Thank you. Can we get Archimedes, please? I agree. I think it's a cool-looking owl. I am afraid, though, that if they are going to bring him, it's going to be just the regular owl skin. Which we could argue we kind of already have. We have the... Wait, do we have... No, wait. We have Scholar Dragon. If we had, like, a Scholar Owl, it would be cool if they would bring... I mean, I guess it's possible they would bring him as completely different companion that is notable, that is not an owl. They did it with... Wait, do we actually have any companions that are like a variation of the regular companion type, but is completely different? I don't think we do. Yeah, that means the chances are probably low, but I would totally be for it. Fine, what is it? SHYT has arrived to the valley. Are we happy about Eric? I can't tell if this who's coming to the wedding? What? I mean, there is enough Eric to come around. Your Eric looks nice, but my Eric is absolutely delectable. I bet the comment section is going to be people who love Eric versus people who hate Eric. Yes, those people exist who hate Eric. I don't understand it either. Your skyline is ripping up back there. Well, every second they're not together, the sky is willing to fall apart just to bring them closer. This is so romantic. This is me with Kristoff. When he forgot all the memories of Anna, I was like, that's my chance. Oh my god. That is that was a moment when he forgot. Kristoff, really? Over Eric. I will never understand. That's it, folks. I got a memory. Snow White perfectly embodies how happy I am. I'm finally done with all available memories until more I added. No way. Even the dried flowers one? Big thanks to the devs for changing the RNG a while back. This wouldn't have taken 3 times as long if they didn't. I don't think it would be possible if they didn't. A big shout out to any folks who completed these before the RNG adjustment. I don't think there is a single person that exists. I don't think it's physically possible to complete... Okay, some people completed the watering flowers one way before, when there was a glitch where you could water them indoors and they would constantly get dry. That was a fun glitch. I wish I knew about it and actually got those memories, but I feel like some of them are so difficult to get, like the feeding critters one and night thorns. But I guess if you do it every day consistently, like literally feed every single critter and consistently remove all the night thorns, you're probably going to be able to max those out too. This is extremely impressive. This is like one of the most, if not the most, in-game achievements in the game, and you have achieved it. Congratulations. Duties? I wish they would just give us the constant duties instead of the time getting them. I'm tired of waiting. Yes, I genuinely do not understand why they decided to introduce routine duties. It's like, I mean, I already talked about it. I don't want to dwell on it too much. They did some changes to Star Path. Some of them are great and that help with completing the Star Path faster without any time gating. But then they add like a huge time gate on top of that. It's like doing two opposite things at the same time, kind of negating each other in some way. It's really, I don't understand. Just let people complete the entire thing right away if they choose so. I don't know, there's really no point in making us wait for all these weeks to be able to get it. I hope they change it at some point. They gave us bonuses. We complained it went too fast. They did this. We complain it takes too long. Devs can't win. Okay, that is actually a good point. A lot of people complained it was taking... I mean, I feel like more people were complaining how grindy it is, not that it was too fast. But, yeah, I feel like there's just no way to make it in the middle. Whatever duration, however long it takes to complete Star Path, there are going to be people who are going to think it's too short, and there are going to be people that are going to think it's too long. So I guess the current system kind of gives you like that the majority of Star Path can be completed very fast, but then there's still a reason to keep coming back to it. I think that's what they were going for, and I think some people prefer it, but for some people, it is annoying, and it just seems like we have to wait. So there is really no perfect way to do this. So I don't think they can win here. I agree. This isn't the flex you think it is, Gameloft. Wait, what? What does it say? You're one of the top 5% of players most active in the valley. Wait, how do I get this information? You are in top 5% of the players who hung out with Buzz Lightyear the most. What? Top 5% most dutiful valley villagers. A true Dreamlight hero. You logged in on 140 days this year. Okay, that does sound pretty impressive. I barely play this game, a couple hours every week. This year, Gameloft sent out a list of achievements. If I'm in the top 5% of the players, that just shows how few people are playing. Wait, actually, let me first find how I can see this information. Alright, my wrap-up, ladies and gentlemen. Star in Sky's year in Disney Dreamlight Valley. Alright, you logged in on 301 days this year. My god! 800 hours! You're in one of the top 5% of players most active in the valley. Okay, it seems like this is... like, given... There is no, like, top 1%, top 2%. It's just only top 5. It just shows you what are you in for top 5. So that means that it's probably... It makes sense. If you play, like, every week or log in a couple times a week, that's still enough to put you in top 5. That's fair. It probably also counts how long you've been AFK. Okay, that's impressive. Next, please. Wait, that's it? Oh, there we go. You're most often hang out with Flynn. What? Flynn? Eric, don't look. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. I did not do this. I did not do this on purpose, Eric. You're in top 5 of players who hung out with Anna the most. I genuinely don't remember hanging out with Anna. What's happening? That is crazy to me. You gave 3,795 gifts this year. Hades received the most. That makes no sense. No, wait. This genuinely makes no sense. There is no way I could have given Hades most gifts. Whatever reason for. Most gifts I would have given to people who were required to get gifts for Star Path. That literally does not make any sense. You're in top 5% of the most generous players. You embraced the gift of giving. Okay, I'm gonna say something, and I have no evidence, but I think this might be fake. I was wondering when I first saw that they have this data, like, how do they get it? This is not an online game. You can play this game completely offline, and do they really track every single action you do in the game and send it to their service? What if you're playing offline? Some people might not even get all of their data tracked. I cannot possibly be in top 5% of the most generous player. It says the gift of giving. That was the event. I did not do the event this year. I did not give a single gift during this event. Not one. So I do not understand this achievement at all. And it does not make sense that Hades and Anna are the two people who I hang out the most. I mean, Flynn. Why? I mean, Flynn. Okay, Flynn makes sense because we had the DLC, so maybe I was hanging out with him for quests. But no, it doesn't make sense. Because it just doesn't. I don't know. This is tough. I really don't think this is accurate. All right, let's keep going. You've mined 353 times and found 549 gems. Okay, let me think about it. Does that make sense? Your favorite mining spot is Forgotten Lands. Okay, sorry. What? It says Forgotten Lands, but shows Vedalus Mines. Can you make up your mind? No. Go back. We gotta talk about this. Cogsworth. I have not mined with Cogsworth. What is this data? And also, 549 gems from 353 times. Okay, this sounds pretty accurate. I don't know, guys. Let me know in the comments. Do you feel like some of this data did not make sense for you? I'm gonna link the link to your own thing in the description. So do this and tell me if there are some things that didn't make sense. Caught 751 fish. Okay, can we come down for a second? How do I pause? 751 fish. Okay, for Star Path, maybe that makes sense. Then the next one is you're in top 5% of players who caught rare fish. I don't know what that means. Hook, line, and sinker. I hate fishing. I fish only the bare minimum. I cannot be in top 5%. Your favorite fishing spot is Glade of Trust. Okay, that checks out. Belle is my favorite fishing part. Belle is not even my fishing companion. She was not. Why would I fish with Belle? What is that? That doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense. You planted 2.9 thousand crops. Pumpkins was your favorite. You've gardened with Wally most often. 2.9 thousand. Pumpkin was your favorite. Okay, that is true. That might be true. I'm not 100% correct. Confident about this. Okay, maybe. This one I would say maybe. You foraged 1.1k times this year. Now this is a lie. That would imply foraging 3 times a day. I never forage unless I need something or unless I need to do Star Path. 1.1k definitely 100,000% did not happen. Not even close. Not even half of that. Unless they count all of the items. So if you forage once and you get 3 apples, it counts like you foraged 3 times. If that's the case, maybe. That would mean I actually foraged like 300 times. Considering we got DLC, 2 DLCs, it could have happened. Maybe. Next. You broke ground 691 times. Oh, that is, guys, that is exactly how we know that this thing is fake. May I remind you, my insane memory field in Storybook Vale was done this year in 2025, and I have mined thousands of holes to get that memory field. I don't understand. What is the point of this if they're just gonna give random numbers and just guess? And found many treasures hidden underground. Well, yeah, duh. You cooked 58,000. Okay, that checks out. I did cook a lot of soufflés. I have been cooking. That's where my millions came from. 58.5 thousand soufflés. That's a lot. That's crazy amount of soufflés. Wow, I did not expect this to be this much, but I'm not surprised. This one is definitely correct. Maybe there is some. I feel like it just tracks. For some reason I was offline or something. It didn't track some of the stuff. I don't know. You're in top 5% of the chefs in the valley. I would say I'm probably in top 5 people of the chefs, not 5%, because that was insane amount of cooking. Let me know how many dishes did you cook. I bet nobody comes even close. My god, that's a lot. Holy. Okay, you're welcome, Remy. I help you set the record. Alright, next. You completed 564 Star Path duties this year. You're a real star. Yes, I am. And this one checks out completely. You're in top 5% most dutiful valley villagers. I really don't know where this statistic is coming from. So you're saying that only 5% of all the players have completed Star Path this year. I mean, that actually checks out. I think there are a lot of people who don't buy premium version or maybe miss one or 2 Star Paths. So yeah, I can believe that. Earned 131 million star coins. Okay, this one checks out. Okay, some of this stuff is too accurate. And I spent 90 million. Well, you have to spend star coins to make star coins, you know? That one is definitely correct. You purchased 23.4 thousand items at Scrooge store. Oh my god. Wait. I'm not ready. And exchanged 368,000! 368,000! How is this even possible? You submitted 473 photos to DreamSnaps challenges. Wait, how is that possible? Where did this number come from? There is 50 challenges around 50 challenges a week. That implies that I submitted like 10 submissions for each challenge? That doesn't feel right. I do multiple versions, but not 10 for each. Nah, that number is completely made up. You caught 6.3 thousand snippets in the Vale. I do have a lot of farms, so that one does check out. Aren't they cute? Yes, they are. Your favorite mount is Sven. Together, you've spent 74 hours riding around the valley. That checks out. And the final one is, what does it say? Thank you for being a part of what makes Dreamlight Valley magical. That is amazing. Let's see global highlights. Okay, that was fun. I think some of the numbers did not track correctly, but most of them did. So together we've spent 20,000 years in the valley. Okay, that makes sense. 158,000 million star path duties. Okay, I'm glad that I contributed to it. 1.7 billion pumpkins makes sense. 38.4 million photos submitted to DreamSnaps. Well, we only have about 100,000 of them on the portal. 9.5 trillion star coins earned. So people made so much more than they spent. Now that's impressive. 675 million items purchased in the Scrooge store. 500 million pieces of furniture crafted. That is crazy. And 600 million snippets caught. Yeah, the traps definitely contributed to that a lot. 4.7 million hours spent riding mounts since Winter Blossom Ranch launched, which wasn't that long ago. That is crazy. That is a lot. Impressive. Wow, that was nice. That was a nice wrap-up. I had fun. Thank you for this, Disney Dreamlight Valley. Wow, that took the entire video, basically. That was fun, though. I'm glad I did this. I completely forgot about it. Yeah, a few hours a week is actually a lot if you think about it. If you just actively play, that's pretty good. I can see how it's top 5%. I have a feeling they put you in the top 5% for all the users. Yeah, I think there's definitely some errors in the data collection, but some of it was accurate, so it makes sense. Wow, someone got a perfect login streak. 365 days. Every single day grinding that valley. Impressive. Impressive. Alright guys, I think this is all we got for today. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know in the comments, was there any things in this wrap-up that you got that surprised you? Once again, the link is in the description, and I think some of this data is real, but some of them is probably very guesstimated. Maybe they derived some of the data based on the other data, because some of it was definitely wrong. Eric, I promise, I did not hang out with Flynn more than I did with you. It's absolute lies. That never happened. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you for a spiral later today. Goodbye.
Oh, nice day we're having, isn't it?
Oh, it's wonderful. Woohoo!
Amazing. Gotta tell you, it is really beautiful here. Hey, nice to see you.
Oh, hello.
Are you seeing this?
Oh,